Welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. There's so many of you that I hear from that listen to this show every day. Now, maybe not this particular show, but this radio program that has been going on since 2013. You guys, some of you listen to me every day. Some of you have even told me very recently you listen to me every day, all day. That's amazing, and thank you. And whether you're new here or you've been listening for a while or you come and go, whatever it is, I'm so grateful that you are here. I'm so grateful that these tools contribute to your lives and your livings and create the magic that you've always known has been possible. So what is today's show? The ultimate magical life daily checklist. So you are going to want to maybe even have a pen and paper, or there's show notes. Did you know for months now we've had show notes where you can go to the webpage at glenycehughes.com/radio show, or up in the top, if you just go to glenycehughes.com, you'll see it says radio show. Under them, when you click them, it'll open up to the show notes. Or if you are on my email list, you get a so much filled email every Sunday from me that has a weekly video different than this. It has the radio show, it has what's inspiring me, it has the art I created that week, it has, in case you missed it, because I often do Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives throughout the week. I think the clearing I'm running this week. I mean, there's so many things in that email. So if you're not on there, come and join us. I would love to have you. You can find the link above or below. If you don't see a link, let me know. Ultimate Magical Life Daily Checklist. This is something you want to be looking at every day, maybe even every day when you wake up, like first thing in the morning, checking in. Number one, top of my list anyway, is choose to have a magical day. Actually, let me reword that. Choose to create a magical day. It's about choosing your day. And I know we often feel like things happen to us, or that we don't actually have a say. Things just occur and that's it. And what if we're the creators of our lives and our living? And one of the questions when I was really looking at this for myself, this was many years ago now, probably once I started studying the tools of access, which was 11 years ago now. And I was really looking at okay, so choosing, what does that mean? If I want to choose a magical day, what does that mean? Now, there's a couple pieces with that. One, yes, we can choose a magical day in terms of, okay, I would like this to happen and this to happen and this to happen and this to happen. Now, that's one thing, and absolutely you can ask for what you would like. But often when we do that, we have an idea of what should happen based on our interesting points of views. So when I'm speaking about choosing to have a magical day, it's a little bit different in the sense of, yes, I still have my asks, absolutely. But there's also this space of no matter what shows up, I'm choosing magic. So even if I asked for $10,000 and instead I got a bill for $20,000, I still have a choice. I could go into the drama trauma, I could go up into the upset, I could go into how I'm not magical and how wrong I am. That's one of the bazillion choices I have. Or I could remind myself, hey, I'm choosing to have a magical day, and I would ask another question. In those sorts of situations, the other question that I would probably ask myself is, what is right about this I'm not getting? What is right about this I'm not getting? Because if we don't go to the judgment or the decision, the conclusion that it's wrong or it's bad, what might it be contributing? One thing I know for sure is the universe always has our back. We always have our back. Things are being created. We're creating things. Look at me. I'm trying to word it that was a victim statement. Things are happening. No. We are creating things that are going to create greater. It's just, where are we going to put our energy when we create them? Into how bad and awful, which doesn't create anything except more bad and awful, or into, all right, what's right about this I'm not getting, what's required, what actions required, and puts us into movement, into action. So choosing to have a magical day is, yes, asking for what you would like. Look at your day. If you've got a meeting coming up and you would just love to have so much fun at that meeting, ask for that, absolutely. But also don't get derailed if it turns into a gloomy, doomy meeting and nobody's happy and it's not fun at all. Be like, okay, so what fun could I create here? How much fun could I have? Even if they're not choosing fun, how much fun could I have? So that's the number one on your checklist. Choose to have a magical day. Now the other thing, the next thing, again, these are all that I love and use, so do them in whatever order you like, but curiosity and wonder. You want to make sure that you stay curious and you stay in the wonder. Like, I wonder what will occur at that meeting. I wonder how much magic we can have in that meeting. I wonder how much fun we can have in that meeting. I wonder what it would be like to laugh so hard I cry in that meeting. Like, wonder, but not from, again, I kind of talked about it in number one, is not from this place of, okay, it has to be fun and it has to turn out this way and it needs to, like, that's not the energy. It's really from relaxation, actually. And you're still asking for what you would like and you're willing to change it no matter what shows up. So if it doesn't show up as fun, you could still have fun. You could have fun with the upset. I mean, there's so many ways to have fun that I wonder how many ways. And so this space of like curiosity and wonder and just wondering constantly. What wonder does, at least what it does for me, is it gets me out of the conclusion. It gets me out of those things I was talking about, the decision, the judgment, the conclusion, the expectation, because I'm wondering what a magical day would be like today. Like, I wonder what it would be like to create magic today beyond what I've ever created before. Like, I wonder what that would be like. Now, I'm saying it a little bit remote, like robotically, but when I wonder, I truly wonder. Like, I'm like, I wonder what that would be like. Like, I wonder what it would be like to have so much magic show up today that I'm amazed. Gosh, I wonder what that would be like. And I truly wonder. So when I say those words, I don't mean we're just going, okay, I wonder what it would be like. Not robotically. I wonder, truly wonder what it would be like. So that is the second one on your checklist. Make sure you pack your curiosity and wonder. All right, so the third one on your checklist, you're going to want to put this on your checklist and actually have it throughout your day on your checklist, please, is this energetically expanding out. So it's something that I learned in Access, and I attribute this tool to allowing me to me being able to go out into public again. So for many years prior to me studying Access, my life was getting smaller and smaller and smaller because I was contracting smaller and smaller and smaller when I went out into public, like a mall or a city fair or stuff like that. It was so intense on me because I would contract, because it was in a sense I was trying to protect myself from all the energy. But it was totally opposite of what was required, because when I started Access and I learned about expanding out energetically, oh my gosh, that's exactly what you want to do throughout your day. The more expanded you are, the more of you're being. When we contract, any energy is going to feel like a punch. When you are expanded, yeah, I can go to the mall for days now. I do, yes. In West Edmonton Mall here in Alberta, they have a hotel and they have conference centers, and I've done 5-day foundations there. 4-day foundations at a bars class. I mean, all sorts of things. I love going to the mall now. Before I wanted to go, I loved going, but I would last about 20 minutes and I'd have to go. It was too much. So expanding out allows you to be all of you, which allows you to be the magic of you. Because you're not contracted. You're not going to be at the effect of anything when you are expanded out. When you're contracted, you will be at the effect of everything and everyone. So if you need to, put a timer on your phone, put sticky notes around your office, whatever you need to do to remind yourself to expand out. And I've now been doing this for 11 years. I still do it multiple times a day. So this isn't something that it's, at least for me, not something that I'm going to do, maybe for a year and then I'm good. No, I continuously expand out. and expand out farther and farther and farther. And you'll get to where your set point is way more expanded than you're even being right now as we talk about being expanded out. Your set point will get more and more and more expanded, which means the magic you be will be more and more and more. How does it get any better than that? So the fourth one on the checklist is pragmatic tools to change distraction. So when I was looking at this in terms of kind of like what do I do throughout my day, is that's the number one in my experience with regards to creating a magical day or magical life, is that we allow distractions to stop us, to slow us down, to derail us. We do all sorts of things. We put way more value in distraction than in creation. And that's one of the things. Now, this probably wasn't until, say, 2013-ish for me, when I started just getting really present with myself and asking, no matter what was going on, I would ask, truth, am I distracting myself with this? 99% of the time that was a yes. Because when I would know to ask it was when things were heavy, when I was frustrated, when things weren't going the way I wanted them to, when I decided it should be a different way, when I was trying control. That's when I would ask that. And it was always, yes, of course, I'm distracting myself with this. So when you're doing that, when you catch yourself distracting, whether you're just scrolling on social media to distract yourself, you're gossiping to a friend to distract yourself, you're gossiping to yourself to distract yourself, you're gossiping to others, whatever, it doesn't matter. You get the idea. When you're doing that, ask yourself, truth, am I distracting myself here? If you get a yes, then okay, cool. What can I go and do? What can I be and do different to change this? Go do something totally different. If you're really distracting yourself with what to post on social media to grow your business, stop. Go outside, go for a walk, go phone a friend and have some fun, go have a nap, go do something totally different. Get yourself out of that energy so that you can start to change that. So am I distracting myself with this? If it's a yes, then okay, cool. What can I be and do different to change this? And then go be and do something different to change it, my sweet friends. The fifth thing on the checklist is something that a lot of people do in a way already. And I'm going to invite you to do it a little bit differently, which is be gratitude. Be gratitude. Don't do gratitude. Don't do grateful. Be gratitude. Now, what do I mean with that? What I mean is it's a totally different space than having a gratitude list. I'm grateful for so-and-so. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. What I used to do when I made that list was, it was, if I was really honest, it was actually a judgment list. Because let's say hubby had done something that day that just really made me so happy. Guess what? He makes the list. Yep, I am grateful for hubby today. And what's hidden behind that is because he did this thing, which is judgment. And the next day, if he didn't do whatever it was that I decided he should do, then he doesn't make the list. Now, I didn't put, I'm not grateful for hubby, but that's pretty much what I'm doing when I'm making those lists. So if lists work for you, please don't stop doing them. But I just want to give you another way to look at it. What if we could be gratitude for everything and everyone in our life? Right? Like, what if we could be grateful for sunshine, and we could be grateful for rain, and we could be grateful for snow, and we could be grateful for tornadoes, and we could be grateful for hurricanes, and you get the idea? What if we just be gratitude? Now, the way that I can get myself there quickly is what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, possibilities, power, and potency can me and my body be to be the gratitude that we truly be. Anything that doesn't allow that, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyond. So that is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. You can go check out theclearingstatement.com for more information about how it works, but it basically is like a magic wand. And anything in that question, when I ask about being the gratitude, anything that I'm using not to be the gratitude will just totally dissipate, and I can actually be the gratitude I truly be. Now, if you have been interested in creating a magical life and living, I invite you to my upcoming foundations. I've got one online starting on August 29th until September 2nd, 4 hours a day for 5 days, and then in person and online in the middle of September. I don't have the exact dates, but come and join us. Truly, the tools that you receive in foundation, whether it's your first foundation, your 51st foundation, your 50 billionth foundation, those tools that we share in foundation are what has allowed me to continuously create this magical life beyond, truly beyond what I could never ever imagine possible before. How does it get any better than that? All right, so the final one on your checklist, and I wasn't actually going to put this one on because it's a little bit difficult to talk about, but you know what? I put it on anyway, is to receive. In order to create a magical day, a magical life, you have to be willing to receive. So receiving the good, the bad, and the ugly. So a lot of times, let's go back to that example of the meeting, and we're going to have this meeting, and we're going to have so much fun at this meeting. And then you walk in, and all of a sudden you're just aware that nobody else there wants to have fun. What we often do is put up barriers to that. We don't want to receive that. We don't want to know other people don't want to have fun. We don't want to know that other people hate their job or hate their work or whatever it is. We put up these barriers, so we're not willing to receive it. And then there's all sorts of stories we attach and all sorts of crazy, and we go, oh, well, that wasn't a fun meeting because I'm not magical enough, or that wasn't a fun meeting because I didn't do something right, or whatever insanity. Instead of, like, if you're willing to receive, wow, nobody else in the room is willing to have fun here. Huh, okay. What would I like to choose? Oh, I'd like to still have fun. So when I talk about receiving, it's really, it's something you want to be present with every day. And I feel like I'm probably at 0.05% of what I could receive on the planet, and I'm choosing more and more with it every day. I'm asking more and more every day, but the receiving piece is a whole different muscle. It's a whole different muscle. And I do a lot of energetic exercises myself to really be the infinite being, be the perceiving, the knowing, the receiving, all of those energies. And it's something you just want to be aware of. So throughout your day, you want to recognize when you're not receiving. And that could be, maybe you start noticing that you go to judgment when you're not receiving. Like, oh, you know what, they're grumpy today, and they shouldn't be like that. They need to not be grumpy. We'd had a fun meeting if they would have been grumpy. And okay, so what's really going on here? Oh, wow, I didn't want to acknowledge that they didn't want to have fun today, or whatever it is. I mean, I'm using a very simple example, but you can apply it in every area of your life. And it's not about making the people right or wrong, or even making yourself right or wrong. It's just recognizing that if you're willing to receive, if you're willing to infinitely receive, that's a whole other level of magic. It's a whole other level of magic. So what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, possibilities, power, and potency can us and our bodies be to be the infinite receiving that we truly be? Whew. Anything that doesn't allow that way to stir and uncreate at all times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. And again, if you want these all written out, you can go check out the show notes either on GlenyceHughes.com radio show, or if you're on my email list, it comes to you every Sunday. There's a little Dropbox link. You just click there, and there's the PDF with all the yumminess. All right, have a great week. Have a magical week, and I look forward to chatting again next week.